Hey, what is up everybody? How are you guys doing? I appreciate you coming and checking out this video. My name is Brian with Bluefoot Homestead, and I wanted to touch on something here real quick. Well, first off, I am in my chill out clothes. It is pretty cold outside. It's the first freeze of the year. It's going to be down 28 degrees for the town, the closest town. It's always about 3 to 5 degrees cooler where I actually live, so yeah, it's going to be cold. The garden is officially done, for that matter. But as time is going on, as things keep happening in the world, I don't know this for a fact, but I have a feeling that more people are open to the idea of preparedness, of actually maybe putting a little bit away, thinking about things a little bit different than, what they normally would, and maybe not so much thinking that we're all nuts. So I kind of wanted to put together something because I see a lot of people do these videos. And of course, because I think outside of the box and I think my own thoughts, they're off a little bit. So I wanted to do one on, starting out. If you're just thinking about getting into, maybe getting a little more prepared for what's coming, what should you get? Okay, so I know a lot of people don't really have money. Everything's skyrocketed, food's expensive, gas is kind of up and down, but still expensive. Just life is expensive overall. The inflation and everything going on. So people don't have a lot of money. And I hate to keep doing this, but I kind of have to bring up, some other channels and stuff like that. And just other people that give advice on this type of thing. For instance, like, get home bag or bug out bag. They're like, yeah, do it on a budget, get a few things that are going to be able to get you home. And they're like, let's go ahead and go through it. And they label like 75 different things that they need to pack into a bag that's going to cost them about $6,000 and all this crap. And it's like, come on, be realistic, I am starting to plan on putting together a get home bag. I don't know if I'll do a video on it or not. It's going to be a 45-second video if I do it, because I'm going to keep it really, really simple. So there's a couple critical things. You don't need a lot, and it would probably go in stages. There's a lot of different stages to becoming prepared. If you look at somebody like Canadian Prepper, he's at the 10. You cannot get more prepared than having a full warehouse full of everything that you can possibly think of. That's not us. He's the exception to the rule, so that would be a standard. And as for a zero, saying that we should start at a zero, that is just somebody that's completely oblivious to everything that's going on. They're broke, they're in debt, they have nothing packed away, they have no reserve of anything. Okay, so if you're going to step one, what should you do? And, again, super simple, super easy. If you can come up with, say, $200, I think most people could come up with $200. Cut a couple corners, skip going out to eat, come up with $200. You can do, $25 a bag, for instance, for a large bag of rice. Get 4 of those. There's $100. You're gonna have food for a certain amount of time. Is it exciting? No. Are you going to look forward to eating it or anything like that? No. But if you look around the world in, countries that are in famine and starving kids and stuff like that, rice is a blessing. It will keep you alive. It's not going to keep you healthy. It's not going to give you the nutrients, but it'll keep you alive. And that's kind of the goal. If you want to take it to step 2, step 3, 5, you start adding on to that and start getting more and more prepared. So figure that's $100 right there. That's going to get you several months worth of food, especially if you ration it. So the other thing would be water, obviously. And you can take it all the way down to like a life straw or something like that, but that is not really too efficient. You can pick them up for about $20 or so. But I would highly recommend going with some sort of filtration system that's going to give you gallons. I got a I think it's a 3-gallon knockoff of Berkey. It has all the same filters and everything. Everything's interchangeable. It's just a knockoff version of it. I don't need brand names. It's gonna work. And that was like $109. So right there, you're gonna have your food, you're gonna have your water, you're gonna stay alive. Say the power goes down, the water gets contaminated or something like that, or you're not able to get water in the normal means that you get water. Most people are going to have access to some sort of water. I lived in Arizona. I lived in Phoenix in the middle of the desert. Just about anywhere that I was living in that city, I was within maybe a 20-minute walk to get some sort of water. Not clean water, but water, liquid, H2O. So if you have a filter system that you're able to filter the water, you're going to have water. Even if you got to go ahead and get yourself a 2x4 with a couple ropes and 5-gallon buckets, you fill up the 5-gallon buckets, throw it over your shoulders, start walking, buddy. You know, you'll be able to get there and you'll be able to get back. Even if it takes a whole day to get 10 gallons of water, it's going to be worth it. So just starting out with like $200, you're able to get fairly well prepared. You know, I'm not talking about going out and buying firearms and stocking up 10,000 rounds of ammo and, you know, not even to the extent that, you know, on stuff that I have in my pantry and stuff like that. But this is just solely if you're new to this and you just happen to come across this video, maybe this might be able to help you out a little bit. Anybody that's already in the preparedness community is already, you know, past step one. But if you're just kind of starting out, that's definitely what I'd say. If you want to add on something like, you know, bags of beans and things like that, that's going to help you out with the proteins and whatnot. And you can pick those up pretty cheap. You know, if you can even find a water filter a little bit cheaper, cut back a bag of rice and replace that with beans. You know, it's not going to last quite as long, but it's going to give you a little bit better food. But there's also caveats to rice and beans, which I might be doing a video about. But yeah, so that's just maybe something to get people started. If you wanted to get to step 2, I would say spices. You know, make those bland rice and beans taste a little bit better. Spend about $100, $200 on spices, salt, pepper, some mixed spices and things like that, just to make it, you know, taste a little bit better. A little bit of canned food. You dump a thing of cream of mushroom soup in a pile of rice, you got yourself a plate of slop, but it's going to taste a lot better than just plain rice. So you can start taking it up to the next level, and then it goes endless till you hit Canadian prepper status. So, you know, just a quick idea. If you're not into preparedness at all and you do happen to come across this video, hopefully this helped. Hopefully it gives you maybe a little bit of something to think about. And even if you are in the preparedness community and you are in the process and the adventure of prepping, kind of take a step back and think whether you really need all these things, whether you're keeping it to the basic essentials or you're just kind of going extravagant. And if you got the money, extra time, extra space to go extravagant and get all kinds of cool things, all the power to you. All the power to you. But if you're just starting out, it's really easy. Do the basics, get a lot of it, and that'll keep you alive. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks for checking out this video. Maybe hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Till next time, I will talk to you then. Peace.